Welcome back to the channel. This is the day. This is finally the day I'm getting the title to the car. I drove 7 hours. I left at 2 a.m. from Northern California to drive to Southern California, and I'm a little tired,
a little wired,
but at the same time I'm pumped with adrenaline, hoping that this is going to be a chapter closed in the CNC Motors fraud fiasco. Yes, the car still has a ton of repairs left to do, but this is the first step in order for me to actually do the repairs on the car. So I'm really excited. I mean, I'm not excited to pay a lot of money for these repairs. Not excited about that. But I am excited to have resolution. This has been so stressful. I mean, can you imagine buying a Ferrari and then you tell your friends and then everyone wants to ride in it and have a good time and all these things, take pictures and video, and then you're like, oh, well, it's actually kind of broken. And then it's like, oh, I actually kind of don't even own it because I don't have the title. I can't sell it, I can't do anything. I was in a really bad accident in 2020, and I didn't think I would able to even drive a car, and then let alone buy my dream car months later. Thankfully, I healed fairly well. I'm walking back to normal. I can lift things again. So I'm happy about my recovery. I mean, so much time has passed. Can you believe this? Like, Russia started a war with Ukraine. Gas was like $2 cheaper when I bought this car. Elon Musk bought Twitter, returned it. There's a lot of things in the world that has happened. Meanwhile, my car is collecting dust in the garage, waiting for one day to be driven and be repaired and registered and all that stuff. I've been making the payments on the thing. I'm in good standing with my bank. Hopefully I'm gonna get this title tonight. Then I'm gonna go to the DMV next week and figure out the registration stuff. I'm really hoping that I don't have to pay taxes again on this thing. Enough talking. I'm gonna go with the GoPro here and meet him. I hope he shows up. Wish me luck. You guys, this is it. For those of you who are new to the channel, let me give you a quick recap. Well, as quick as I can. I'm a bit of a talker, as they say. January 13th, 2021, I bought a Ferrari from CNC Motors, and it was the most joyful experience for about 5 minutes after I bought it. Also, I had wired about $16,500 to CNC Motors, so I financed about $66,000. I owe about $50 on it now. They never paid Kevin the money that I gave CNC Motors. It's a consignment dealer. They're supposed to give the money to him. They're supposed to give the money to the DMV to pay the taxes and registration. They were supposed to get it smogged. They didn't do that. They just pocketed my money. Mine and about 200 other victims that I know of. Could be more, could be a little less, but I know it's at least about 200. That's pretty bad, and it took us a little while to figure out what was happening because my car had so much repairs that I was going back and forth with service, and I didn't really think about the title coming in the mail. It had been about 3 months, and then I was like, man, where is the title? Then I saw Shane's YouTube video.
And at this point, I'm asking my attorney what I can do, and he says, well, the best thing you can do is prove that the car could never have been sold, but it doesn't mean anything if the car's not in your possession. You are in a very difficult situation here. He is a bona fide buyer. He did nothing wrong. He being the guy who had my car. He's under the impression he bought that car and he acquired a note for it and he put a massive down payment on it. So he's not going to give the car back until the dealership pays his note off.
And shout out to Dan, by the way. He really did a great job of organizing a lot of the victims together, and so we could file a complaint with the DMV, and it's been he's just been a great guy. I got to drive it home from CNC Motors. It started shifting erratically, going into neutral, and I had called CNC Motors after I got home. The next day I said, hey, what's going on? I don't think it's supposed to do this. And they said, oh, we're gonna take care of you, Matt, we're gonna take care of you. Yeah, well, They took the car back to fix it, supposedly, but, you know, they didn't fix it. They had it for months, and then I see Shane's YouTube video about him going through a very similar situation, only he was trying to sell his Ferrari at CNC Motors, and, you know, I was a buyer in this instance. Then I got a call saying, Matt, you know, you don't have the car, you don't have the title, you're going to be out of luck unless you pick up your Ferrari from CNC Motors tomorrow. Otherwise, it could be confiscated by the FBI. Who knows what's going to happen? So that was Easter Sunday 2021. I drove down there. I picked the car up from service. All this is on YouTube if you guys want to watch it. And then I had it shipped back home. Then I had a complete post-purchase inspection done by Salerno Motorsports on it. Turns out it needs a lot of work. I mean, we're talking like $50,000 worth of work. The heat exchanger blew on the way home from CNC Motors to my house, which flooded the gearbox with a bunch of coolant. Apparently this is a known issue for 360s. Anyway, then I don't really have a second gear anymore. I have a lot of crankshaft end float, which is very bad. It needs a new AC compressor, clutch, belts. The radiator hose blew Christmas Eve. That was 2021. There's just a lot of work that needs to be done. I didn't want to even start thinking about that work until I got the title. Now, I don't have a ton of money. I don't have 50 grand to just pop into this thing. But I'm going to see what I can do, see what kind of connections I could work maybe. I don't know. Or if one of you guys feel real bad and want to donate like an engine or something, that's great. Actually, I don't need an engine, but I do need a gearbox. And I think those are like $18,000, so... There's still a lot of investigation going on with the DMV, with Clay Tom at CNC Motors, Lotus of Upland. So I don't want to get into that part of it and screw up their investigation. But yeah, that guy filed for bankruptcy this year. So I don't think a lot of people are going to be getting their money. He owes like $10 million. So this is really bad all the way around. Dang, look at this Prius almost crashed into this guy. Anyway, so that's a quick recap. I'm driving to go meet Kevin. I hope he's gonna meet me there. Here we go, guys. I don't know. Well, guys, sorry I'm a little lazy and I didn't connect the microphone and all that, so I don't know if it sounds bad or not, but I'm driving back home, and yeah, what an interesting event this was. I'm actually taking the same route that I took when I drove the Ferrari back home, and yeah, I feel a mix of nostalgia, grief, and just I can't believe that, you know, a year and a half later, or a little more than that, how long it's been with this whole transaction. So, and I'm gonna start getting it fixed. I got a little money to throw at it, so please stay tuned, and I hope you can continue to follow this journey. It's a weird one, but yeah, if my grievances could be your entertainment, well, there's a silver lining, I guess. All right, thanks for liking, subscribing, and commenting. Talk to you next week.